Hello, my name is Stu, and I work with an idiot. Now, to decide who the idiot is up to you. Firstly, I'd like to introduce Harry
Oh yeah.
and Aaron.
Word.
Now, topic for this week is going to be superstitions. Let's get a opening comment from Harry. Harry, superstitions, real? Not quite real.
Well, I was thinking about this today, actually, on the way home from work, and it's a bit strange with superstitions and stuff like that, because even if it doesn't work, people carry on doing it. So, like, I know, someone goes out, has a good time, they're wearing one pair of pants, right? Next time they go out and go, oh, I'm going to wear that pair of pants again, right? I had a good time last week. And don't have a good night, have a rubbish night, they still get it in their brain, oh, I'm going to wear those pants again. Now, it's not clearly about the pants, is it? I mean, I'm taking this as an example, but it's clearly not about the pants. It's just randomly that you had it. And I suppose it's like with everything, you know? I'm sure you've kind of said something and you haven't touched wood, you know, every time that you said it, but nothing bad happened or anything like that. But people still, if they buy it, oh, touch wood, it's a bit stupid and stuff like that, you know? I just find it all a bit over the top, really.
Aaron?
That's just the best example of anything I've ever heard in my entire life. My lucky pants.
Now, I must say this, Harry. Your microphone is sounding much better this week. Is that kind of because of a superstition on your end, maybe?
Well, no, this is fact. Right, we were having this conversation. I've got a new mic, but we were having a little chat, kind of pre-podcast, and we were discussing this one. And before I bought my new bike, I had it on order. I like tried a few settings and stuff like that, and I switched it round to the left side of my mouth. And I said, how's that? And then she went, oh, that's brilliant. First of all, I didn't want to know that because I've already just bought a new mic, so that was a waste of money. That was a waste of £17. That went to Amazon. But secondly, it must be fact because on the right side of my mouth, quiet, left, loud as anything. So there you go. There's a bit of a fact for you. One side of your mouth could be louder than the other.
Could you possibly put the headset on so it's on the other side of your mouth?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
want to hear that, to be honest.
Well, I can't now because it's. I don't think you can switch this one around.
Is that on your left side or your right side?
This is. Well, I've gone for left still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't figure out something's better and then change it back, would you? Oh, left side's louder. It was working better. Switch to my right. You'd keep it on your left.
But, you know, maybe for the listeners and all our hundreds and millions of fans worldwide, follow us on Twitter, you should maybe show them. And make sure so they're not like, oh, Harry's an idiot, superstitious, plonker. He's actually got scientific proof that his right side of his mouth is quieter than the left.
All right then. So this is on my left side of my mouth.
Right. Okay.
Is there anything you want me to say in a tone or anything like that?
Oh, I want you to say this is the left side of my mouth, and then this is the right side of my mouth.
Okay. This is the left side of my mouth. This is the right side of my mouth.
The right's louder.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's might be because the mic's different now, but on the old mic, it was definitely the case.
So it's not your mouth; it was the broken microphone.
Well, yeah, but it was new.
But now you're superstitious about putting the mic on your left-hand side.
Well, no, I've got it on my left hand. Well, it's just the way this one's set up. To be honest, if it was, I mean, I don't mess around with anything. If whatever it is, I just leave it as it is. I mean, the last one was easy. It was cheap. You just switched it around, bang, put it on a different one. But this is proper setup for the left side, so I just leave it on the left side. But you know, I'm not going to go out my way to go. I can only have my mic on the left side of my mouth. I'm not like Anton Deck that I've got to stand on one side.
Right. So we found out that we
we
found out
just disproved science.
yeah we
superstitions even.
we've just proved Harry is a moron.
Oh, not really.
Well, moron. Harry, so we've proved you're kind of superstitious in that sense. So let's check it out there. Walking under a ladder. Would you do it?
Well, not because it's superstitious, because it's a stupid thing to do. They go, oh, don't walk under a ladder because, bad luck. No, because someone might drop something off the ladder. The ladder might fall down. It's nothing to do with superstitious. It's all about don't be a div.
What happens if no one's up the ladder? Would you still walk? Would you not walk under it?
Well, I don't know in what place where I would need to walk under a ladder. If it was up against scaffolding and I had to walk under it and that was a way kind of path, then yeah, I'd walk under it. If there's a bloke up there painting his house, I'd take the time to walk round, not because I'm scared of something bad happening. Well, it's common sense, isn't it? Somebody might drop a paint on your head.
Okay. Smashing a mirror. What happens if you smash a mirror? It's like 7 years bad luck, isn't it? Something ridiculous like that.
Well, it'd be a waste of a mirror, wouldn't it?
Have you smashed a mirror?
Not purposely, no.
So in your life, have you?
I smashed some windows in Coney Hill Mental Hospital once. So that counts.
No, that's not a mirror.
No, I don't think I've ever smashed a mirror. Why would you smash a mirror though? You wouldn't do it on purpose,
No,
would
you
you?
wouldn't do it on purpose. No.
No, don't think I've ever smashed a mirror.
So indeed, in the same kind of breath of 7 years bad luck, 7 beers bad luck. That's not bad luck. 7 years bad luck. Do you think there is such a thing as luck? Good luck, bad luck.
I think you can get lucky, can't you? Like winning the lottery's lucky. Then there's luck.
That guy who married Holly Willoughby was lucky.
Wow. Is he though?
I'd say so.
Yeah, but is he just married a big pair of tits? I don't know. You don't know what she's like as a person. She might be fucking useless. She might not be able to cook. She might not be able to clean. I'm not stereotyping women. I mean, she's bringing in the money, clearly. That's one bonus. But, I mean, she might be, she might be talking at the end of the day and just like, oh, shut up, you're annoying. So is he just married a big pair of tits that's on the telly? You don't know that.
Well, at least he could afford somebody to cook and clean for him the amount of money she earns.
Probably, yeah.
Well, you got a point there, I suppose.
Have you got a story of when you've been like lucky, Harry? Not the other night because no one wants to hear about that.
Lucky.
Boom, boom.
Have I ever been lucky? I can tell all the bits when I've been unlucky, but I don't think we should go into that on a podcast. Not really. I've never really won the lottery or anything like that. I don't think I've ever been lucky, really. I haven't been lucky in love. That's one down, innit? Haven't been lucky with money. Haven't really been lucky with jobs.
You love your current job, don't lie.
Oh, I love it, yeah. I get to work with you, Aaron.
An honour and a privilege, I hasten to add.
That's one way of saying it. No, I don't think I can't. You put me on the spot a little bit. I'm sure there's times where I thought, oh, that was a bit lucky. Like found a fiver or something like that. But
okay, yeah. Found a fiver. Would you say it was luck, or were you in the right place at the right time?
Well, don't you have to be lucky to be in the right place at the right time?
Yeah, true.
So I think luck. You can have a bit of luck. I mean, you see all these people. Some of them always land on their feet, and you're like, oh, fuck off, because everything they touch turns to gold, and everything that gets put on a plate to them, you just see this aura of luck around them. And then when you're an unlucky person, you just look at them and spy them. You just think, and they don't appreciate as well. They just think, oh, this is how it is. No, it's not. Come step in my shoes for a bit. You'll see what unlucky is, and then you'll appreciate what luck is. That's just how I feel about those kind of people.
So have you been lucky, Aaron? And we don't want to hear that time, with Harry.
You know about that?
I know about that very well.
Shit. Lucky. I won 25 quid on a scratch card once.
There you go.
And I was down to my last £5. I was like shit all bust, and well, boom. Suddenly I was loaded for like an hour.
What did you buy with that 25 quid?
Probably beer. I was a student at the time, so probably beer.
Fair enough.
What about you, Stu? Ever been lucky?
I had a story ready for this actually, so I've come prepared. When I was about 14, I was down at Butlins, and I literally everything I put money in was paying out, literally everything. So I walked up to a fruit machine, put 20p in, hit the button, hit some more buttons, £5 payoff, straight out the bag.
Nice.
Brilliant. When one of those 10p push-in machines, put in 10p, literally 2 quid falls out for me, and I'm like, shit me, I'm doing really well here. And the horse racing, crappy little games that you put 5p in and bet on a horse, and it's all computer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 8 of them, and number 8 is pretty much an 8 quid payoff off of 5p.
Right, so never gonna win.
So exactly, never going to win. Apart from the fact that I put 5p in, pressed number 8, and it won. So I get 8 quid straight out of it. So I thought, oh, that's pretty lucky. Put 5p in, did exactly the same thing again.
Jesus.
Same thing happened. 8 quid payoff, 16 quid up from 10p. And I was very, very lucky, and so I decided I'd hit the hay at that point because gamblers always going to lose it, and I thought, well, I'm not going to gamble it all the way.
Wise words, kids. Pay attention.
Wise words, very, very wise words.
Although I am hoping when I go to Vegas that I will strike lucky.
When you going to Vegas?
Hopefully next year.
Cool.
But that's something for another podcast.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, is there any other kind of like superstitious stories that any of you have got that just kind of spring to mind straight off the bat? I mean, I was speaking to Jem about this one, who's got one. If you want me to tell you when while you're thinking of your own.
Go for it.
So, Jem was one, and I don't know if you know or not, but she's got a heart condition, and at age 1, she was in heart surgery. And she had a 25% survival chance. Literally, 75% chance she was gonna kick the bucket. So her mum and dad walking around Bristol, waiting for the surgery to be done, trying to kill some time, and were approached by a gypsy. I hasten to add, it wasn't Harry, who said she wanted to tell their fortune. And Jem's mum's kind of afraid of gypsies and kind of all that, but reluctantly agreed and sat down with them. And the gypsy, without ever meeting them before, said they had a daughter who was ill with a heart condition.
This is outside the heart ward in Bristol, but yeah, carry on.
Well, still, I mean, they're walking around. They could be anyone. I mean, there's thousands of people in Bristol.
Right, okay, carry on, yeah.
They're walking around Bristol city centre.
Oh, right, okay.
So this gypsy told them that they had a daughter with a heart condition and to not worry because she would be okay. I mean, that's kind of bordering on, fortune telling, but I mean, don't you think that's just kind of a little bit weird?
Given that most of them are con artists, yes.
Well, like I said, I mean, you don't know how long that gypsy... I mean, I don't want to differ from the story. It's a very sweet story and everything like that, and it's quite nice and comforting and stuff like that. But you don't know, that gypsy might have seen him walking from the heart place, Bristol, went up to him and went, oh, you got a daughter that's got a problem with her heart, haven't you? Oh, yeah, that's how they do it, isn't it? They find out something and they cling onto it, and then they use people's emotions, connections to then fiddle them out of money. But... I went to one of them once in Blackpool, somewhere along the pier or whatever like that, and went in. I thought, this will be a laugh. Went in. Jesus, I've never met someone that speaks so quickly. right? So you're trying to keep up with it and stuff like that. And then she's like talking quickly, and you're like, oh, that might be it. And then before you know, she's like 20 quid out the door. And then you're walking away and you go, oh yeah, that was real. And then then you think about exactly what she said. You're like, well, not really. She just kind of done it. I mean, apparently I was going to meet the woman of my dreams with either an A, a H, or a J in their name. Now, come on, how many names have got A, H, or A, J, or whatever it was in? You know? I was like, what? Afterwards, by the time you obviously clinch onto things, if I was going out with someone called Amy, I'd have been, oh yeah, Amy, yeah, she's a woman of my dreams. But, because I wasn't, you just kind of look at it and go, load of rubbish. But, I mean, I can see why people do it, but, if it gives them comfort, then fair enough. And obviously gave their parents comfort, and she did make it, What about you, Aaron? You ever been to a tarot reading person?
I've not, I'll be honest. I'd be interested though. Maybe we could do that like a video podcast one day. We all could get our fortunes told. See what happens.
That'd be fun.
What happens if they told you you're going to have a crap life though?
It's not going to get much worse, is it? Let's be honest. I'm sat here talking with you nerds.
But I mean, you're saying this, right? But I don't think a fortune teller is gonna go, oh yeah, your life's gonna be shit. They, as Harry said, they do, a lot of them are con artists and just try and give you false hope, or just say something that's definitely gonna happen in your life. Well, I say definitely, but the only definite thing is you're gonna die. So
come in, my child. Oh, the card says one day you will be dead. Ah, thanks for that.
Yeah. So I mean, any superstitions that you hold at all?
I don't really. There's nothing that I mean, I don't let I know some people let their lives be affected by it. So they're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, can't walk on cracks or whatever like that. But I've never been really into that and stuff like that.
Other than putting your microphone on the left-hand side.
Well, that's just standard now. I mean, if it came as right, I would just leave it on the right. I mean, I just made an observation that my left side of my mouth seemed to be a bit louder on my old mic.
But you don't even talk out of one side of your mouth. Like some people talk, their mouth sort of moves on one side.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. I don't know why I don't know why it was. It was just one of those things. Maybe it was the other settings I'd done, I don't know, but it just seems to be a lot louder on the left-hand side, so I don't know, maybe I've got a misshaped head. Maybe my maybe my mouth is slightly to the left, so when I put the headphones on, it was slightly nearer. I don't know.
You've got a small head, haven't you?
Ah. Okay. Right.
But it's only when you wear a shirt, isn't it?
Here we go, right. So I go to work. I tend to do it on a Thursday. It's kind of a running thing. On a Thursday, I wear a shirt. Right?
Is that superstitious?
Well, no, because I wore it on a Friday this week, or last week, or on a Friday, so it's not superstitious. I just think, I'll wear a shirt on a Thursday. Normally the rest of my t-shirts are in the wash from the weekend and during the week, so I wear a shirt. So anyway, I was wearing a shirt one day, and Stu made this observation and said that my head seems small in a shirt. It doesn't shrink. I don't know why he thinks it really.
Of course it doesn't shrink.
But yeah, then every time it calls me small head for the rest of the day.
Tiny head.
Tiny head, that's it. Not even small, tiny.
It can't explain it, but somehow it's true. It just, in a t-shirt, it looks all proportionate. Once you're wearing a collared shirt, it just looks off.
Yeah, but I wear polo shirts.
Oh,
and that's
weird.
It's just a wide collar.
Or a wide collar.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So, moving on from that, we're going to play Song of the Week this week, which is Superstitious by Stevie Wonder. See you after the break. And that's a classic song. Absolutely love that one. Brilliant.
It's all right.
What the fuck?
Aaron,
Yeah.
what did you say? Oh, yeah, I like that one or something.
Yeah, come on, dude.
It's just it's all right.
What do you mean
Is
it's
that-
all right?
Is that the best you can do?
It's a classic.
Aaron's a moron, right? I'll do some more talking for his part if he wants, if he can't talk. Well, I reckon it's all right. I'm not going to lie, am I?
Well, fuck
It's
it.
a
I'm going to put this
classic.
part in. I'm going to put this part in.
Well,
Fuck you, Aaron. It's all right.
Is that not what Harry just said?
Well,
That's an all-time classic. It's all right.
Well, yeah, but if I don't like the song, what am I meant to go? Oh, that's amazing. I love that. And then later on, someone says, "Oh, do you like Stevie Wonder? Superstitious?" It's all right. Well, you said 2 years ago that it was bloody brilliant. Oh shit, I lied back then. Oh, what else you lied about? You know, you have to keep it on the straight and narrow, don't you?
Oh, it's a classic, Harold. Classic.
Right. Anyway, are we doing this kind of intro again then?
no, we're keeping that bit.
We're keeping that bit.
No, we're not.
Let's go again.
And welcome back. Absolutely classic song. I really do like that one. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Sarcasm, Harry.
Well, I think it's all right, but what do you think, Aaron?
Fuck it, I'm using the first one. Fuck you. I'm using the first one. It was just a little bit more mental.
I'll be honest, I was just kind of, for a second, I was just like, I had to kind of register what he said. It's alright. I was like, it's alright? What?
Well, what you got to think about is I like Stevie Wonder, some of his songs and stuff, but would he be as popular as he was? Right, this is going to be quite out there.
I know
This
where this is going.
I know where this is going.
This might get us a few followers, right? Would Stevie Wonder be as popular or as praised if he wasn't blind? And that's the question you've got to ask yourself. I mean, I think I just listen to the music. Yeah, he's a good singer. Yeah, he's alright and stuff like that. But you know, you can get a good singer anywhere nowadays, can't you?
Not an X Factor.
Well, clearly not an X Factor. I don't know how those people get through. I honestly don't. I'd rather not talk about X Factor. Because that made me caring about X Factor, and I don't care about X Factor. The only thing people watch it for is for the spazzes at the beginning. Oh, well, no, hold on. Not the spazzes, because you're not allowed to say that, are you? But people that aren't all there, they get them on, check them in front of the camera, they go, sing a stupid song, they're there, you know, they're performing like monkeys, everyone has a good old laugh, judges slag off, they go away crying. You know, I mean, you don't know. I mean, how do you know these people don't go off and kill themselves? You don't know, and stuff like that. And then what they used to do is bring them all back out at the end of the show, like the final, and they go, "Oh, these are all the crap people. Have another laugh at them." When I saw that, I thought, you know, what are you doing? You know, you got to laugh. You must have seen the program. You must have seen all the people laughing at you. Don't go and embarrass yourself again. You know, learn from your mistakes.
Wow.
I mean, you were gonna audition for X Factor, weren't you, Aaron?
I did apply, and I got the email say, "Come on down, we'll make you a superstar," etc., etc. But then the email took a turn for the worst. You know, I was like, I'm game for a laugh for anything, so I thought, go to Cardiff for a day, you know, maybe go out, have a few beers, and it'll be fun. They want me to stand in a line for 2 days straight. To be honest, not doing that. You know, I'm gonna be there for a few minutes. I was gonna talk about myself in the third person, try and chat up Cheryl Cole. She got fired, so that was off the cards. And I was like, well, what's the point?
Yeah, but do you really think you would have got through?
it was irrelevant. You know, I was going for a laugh, really, trying to get on the telly.
Yeah, but do you want to be a laughing stock? Do you want to get on the telly and just be ridiculed? You know,
But
all those people laughing at you.
But again, you know, I've got an album on iTunes. If I could have gone X Factor and tried to make some self-promotion, I could have been rich by now. Could have had an Aston Martin. I could have had a Big Tits McGee like Mr. Willoughby's husband. It would have been amazing.
Or you would have been laughed at in the street everywhere you went. They go, that idiot off the telly. Look at him.
At least they care enough to laugh.
Now, if you need to get friends that way, then you shouldn't. You should just, you shouldn't go on that program. If you can't sing, don't go on there. You know, it's meant to be a singing contest. It's not. It's a popularity contest. I mean, that's a different like kettle of fish. But anyway, what are we talking about, Inspector? I don't like Inspector. Let's move on. Right. In it, quote of the week now.
Well, I'm still on the whole superstitions part. We haven't heard from Aaron yet. Does Aaron have any superstitions?
Not that I know of. I'll be honest. You know, occasionally if somebody goes, "Oh, touch word," I'll be like, "Oh, where's the word? Tap that." Oh, yep, nothing bad's gonna happen. But then I'm not entirely sure why. It's not. I'm pretty certain if I touched the wood or not, if something was going to happen, it would be irrelevant to my wood touching capabilities.
Well, you know, I've got a superstition. It's saluting a lone magpie. Salute a lone magpie. Say, "Hello, Mr. Magpie. How's your wife?"
My girlfriend used to do that.
My grand told me to do that because it's you avert the danger of one for sorrow by implying that there's two for joy.
Ah, I see.
So, and I have no idea why I continue to do it. I just always have, always will.
Yeah, it's a strange one. I'm trying to think of anything else that might. Nope, can't think of anything.
This
Brilliant.
is unbelievable podcast this week. Anything? No. What do you think of it? I don't think anything.
It's going to be about fucking 20 minutes long, to be honest, after all these edits that I'm going to have to make this week.
I think you should leave a lot in after the song. I think that was genius.
Oh, I'm going to leave a lot in, definitely.
All right.
You're a mental, right? Yeah, let's move on to quote of the week and moron of the week. So, Aaron, first quote of the week. What have you got for us?
Oh, well, there were a few contenders this week.
Can you give us a rundown? Can you give us a top three if there were that many this week?
I'll be honest, I've forgotten most of them. I need to start writing these down, so I've got like a little list.
Have you got a top two for us then?
Oh, what was it Harry said the other week? Oh yeah, Harry's potential quote of the week was at work we're talking about something, and he goes, "The only people who believe in no sex before marriage are the ugly ones." Now he then went on to say that the only people that really care are the ugly people because they can't get laid even if they wanted to. So they're all like, "Oh, no sex for me before marriage, blah blah blah, chastity belts." And so that was originally going to be quote of the week.
Wasn't that part of last week's podcast?
Oh, that was on the podcast, Aaron.
Yeah.
Was
you
it?
Can't have last. No, you can't have last week.
You can't have last week's fucking podcast.
Last week's podcast is a quote of the week, can you?
You fucking moron.
Now tell all our listeners that you don't even listen to your own podcast.
I was here at the time. Why should I listen back to it?
Because you clearly can't remember it, can you? You thought I said that word. Why would I start talking about that at work? Unbelievable.
Moron.
Yeah, that's all.
Moron.
I only remember having that conversation at work.
Okay,
Maybe we were talking.
Let's get the real quote of the week out of you then, Aaron. I know this one's a classic. Go for it, and then we want the context after as well if possible.
Yeah. So our colleague, our good friend Carl, if you're listening, Carl, what's up? last week we're playing poker, and he said, and I quote, "Well, anybody can see that I love cock." Now, if you don't know Carl, which if you don't work with us, which is probably unlikely because nobody else is going to listen to this. Let's be honest. Carl takes care in his appearance and looks after himself. So it was quite funny coming from him. The context was he was trying to steal our colleague's Wi-Fi and was unsure about entering his passwords on certain websites like eBay or shops in case somebody was to hack him. At which point we realised there was only one other person that would be using the internet at the time, but he was still wanting to make sure it wasn't hacked. And then he was on about like passwords getting stolen. At which point he said, "Well, anybody can guess that I love cock," and that's how it happened. There were a good 15 minutes where there were no cards dealt after that. It was stone silence for like a couple of seconds. Everybody just sort of twigged on what had just happened, and then there were tears. There were tears. We were still giggling about it for like the following morning. It was quote of the week. Congratulations, Carl.
And moron of the week, which I believe Aaron has a jingle for.
Harry's moron of the week.
Right, okay, so last week I had a little bit of rant about just someone I don't like. This week I've actually done a bit of research and found an actual moron. I mean, not like I don't really want to mention his name, but he's still a moron. But anyway, so this Gary Chapman from Cheshire, right? He's on the Sun, whatever. He works as a recruitment advisor and stuff like that. You know, they're all a bit sleazy anyway. But he's an exec, and obviously he's working in Manchester area and stuff, and he was on 200k a year. That's, you know, doing nicely, had a nice house, nice car, right? So some guy, right, sends him an email saying, "Oh, I'm coming, I'm new to the area, I'm in this one, if you want me to send you your CV, let me know and I'll send you a CV," right? He then replied, telling this person to F off, and kind of like a long email, slagging them all off and stuff like that, and also slagging off one of his competitors, right? What he didn't realise is this guy had sent the email to 4,000 people at the same time. So he'd done a spam email saying, "Look, it's my bill." What this Gary didn't realise, because he's a moron, is when he went reply, he also replied to the 4,000 people, right? That was his first mistake. The second mistake he made was he then made up a name on this email. Later found out that the name he made up, there was someone in the recruitment business that was also on the email. So then, obviously, he sent this off, slagging him off, slagging off his rival, all explosives and everything like that, to 4,000 people that he works with, effectively. Everyone in the industry, everyone that he works with. But obviously, then he tried to hide it. He kept being this fake man saying, "Oh, I'm not really this man, I'm just using this man's name." Obviously, this man was getting pissed off and everything like that. He was using this man's name, going, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, blah, 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 blah." Anyway, they found him out from his internet service provider, told him to fuck off. Now he's on the job seekers. Now he'll be sending out the emails, you know, saying, "Oh, I need a CV, you know, do it. 200 grand job down the drain because someone asked him for a job. Fuck off." That's what they probably told him to do. Fuck off. You know, you don't talk about it like that. Well, what's the point? But anyway, he's a moron, clearly, you know, and his name's Gary.
His name's Gary. Oh, wow.
So,
what if Gary's listening? You got any words for Gary? Like any constructive criticism?
well, it's too late now. First of all, you know, when you go to reply, you got to reply. You don't get to reply to all. That's his first kind of mistake. You know, if you're going to send an insulting email. Second of all, don't put someone else's name on without it being a stupid name that no one else is going to have, you know? Because otherwise that person, that might exist, you know? I mean, he made it that, but it was clearly someone else. And also on his email, he was slagging off a rival, right? Going, "Oh, I bet you emailed this plonker, blah, blah, blah. He was also on the reply as well. And he knew the guy, so obviously if they went to him, then he could say, oh, no, I reckon it's this Gary Chapman, because he's a, you know? And he was just there, and he was, oh, sorry, you know? Just, it's too late, Gary, you know? You wasted it. I mean, he sounds a bit lucky to get the 200 quid job to start off with, you know? And he's just took that late, he's took it for granted, he's just fucked it up. So yeah, so he's my moron of the week.
If I could just interject, I've also got a contender for a moron of the week. Stu, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but I'd like to give a shout out to Mike, who
Hi, Mike.
who had a what he thought was a pretty good first date with a lady called Lauren. She didn't think so. So when Mike called her, no response. He went to the extremes of finding her details out on the internet and then constructed a 1,615-word email telling Lauren how disappointed he was that she wouldn't reply. He then documented his techniques for finding her out on Google, presumably.
And then finding out how old she was and telling her.
Yep.
That's creepy.
And then he's given her reasons why she should reconsider her stance on any potential relationship because they have similar interests. So he met her at the Philharmonic Orchestra. That's when they first met and agreed to go out on a date. And he said, well, you like that, I like that. If you're a busy girl, we don't have to have separate dates because we both like that. So it saves additional time, for example. I'll be honest, if you go on the Daily Mail website, and you'll probably find it. I don't read the Daily Mail, just want to put that out there. I'm not an idiot. But sometimes the internet is gracious and shows us things like this. And the best part is there's 498 comments after this. Let's see, there's got to be something. Oh, the first one at the top is, firstly, she sucked for posting his email to a public forum. I can't help but think this guy might get suicidal for a minute over this if his family and friends find out his identity as the writer of this long email. Daily Mail, jumping to conclusions. Brilliant. Yeah, I highly recommend you read it. I'll send you the link, Harry, so you can have a word, have a look, and maybe go on a little rant.
Right. Yeah, I could do. Well, I'm not going to go on a rant about him. He's mental. Clearly this Lauren has kind of got it sorted because she didn't want to go on a second date with him or anything like that. I mean, and he's a banker. You know, he wants to date a banker, especially at the moment. What does your boyfriend do? He's a banker. He's a wanker. Bankers are out at the moment. Don't date a banker. If you date a banker and it's up, then that's fair enough. You can say, oh, I was dating him before. But now, you go, oh, you're a banker, or don't want you, you're a knob. You know, you stay well away. And this is probably what he found. He's probably gone on a few dates. They found out what he is. You know, they've gone, oh, put the phone down. You know, I'm not speaking to him, he's a banker, you know. And then obviously he's had enough and he's done this email. But, you know, but he sounds a little bit nerdy, to be fair, doing all this. And I think, I mean, I've never done this, you know. What would you want to do with this? You know? Just reading it now, it's all a load of... I'm not going to read it all. It's like an essay. You're 33 or 32 in terms of age.
So there's some compatibility there. Maybe Lauren was a bit harsh.
Yeah, but she's clearly... What did he think he was going to get from this email? Did you think, oh, shit, first of all, I thought you were a wanker. Right, now I've read this email, you're my perfect match. That's never going to happen, is it? It's never going to happen. You're going to go, oh, actually, I was wrong. You're not as a dick as I thought. Look at this email you sent me. Jesus. Bloody hell. Anyway, yeah, so... yeah, I mean, he's up there. I don't know what he's like, though, this bloke. You know, he could be a kind of nice guy that's had a lot of rejection in his life. He's running out of options, last grasp, you know. But yeah, I'd say give it up, mate. If you give them a ring and they don't answer the phone, it's not like yesterday you could say, oh, it didn't come through to my phone. Yeah, there's like you get like it pop up your phone, missed calls, everything. You know, they know you phone nowadays. You know, it's not like before. So clearly she's clearly not interested. So just carry on. Get on with your life. Go on to the new one. Go on to someone else. You know.
Any thoughts, Stu?
I kind of agree with him. I mean, to be honest, he's obviously socially awkward. Obviously. In terms of his writing style, in terms of the way he seems to act and come across in that email, definitely socially awkward. I'd probably fit him in the Sheldon from Big Bang type social awkwardness.
I don't really watch Big Bang Theory. Everyone bangs on about it, but I don't really watch it. Any good?
I'm not a massive fan.
I'll be honest, I started watching it because everyone, like I said, everyone was going, oh, it's really brilliant, you'd love it. And I watched like 4 episodes, and I'll be honest, it was tried too hard. You know, I get the nerds, I get that, but it's like, I just got the impression it was going out of its way to find the most obscure references possible, and then I'm supposed to get it. I never watched Series 3, Episode 28 of Star Trek from the 1960s. I don't know what's going on. You know? Make more fun, like, they're nerds, do silly things, just go be socially awkward without fitty blonde piece. Also, watch a decent show. Life's too short. Brilliant.
Yeah, but to be honest, Aaron, there's some stuff that I think, I mean, I never take anything you say, any comments you make about anything anymore. Because, one, you like 2.5 Men, which is probably the most overrated show ever. It is the highest
rated show on cable TV in the US.
That's why I said overrated, right? So you like that? I watched about 20 minutes. I did laugh once. There's canned laughter. I hate canned laughter.
Oh, fucking canned laughter. Actually, it's not funny.
2.5 Men's filmed live.
Well, they're all laughing like idiots in the studio then. You know, it's not, they're laughing at not even funny bits. You know, it's awful. And, so since then, I don't take anything you say, you know, and your film choice, Jesus, I mean, that's another podcast. That's an hour on its own, I think. That's an hour. Your film choices, you know.
Fiction, the greatest film of all time.
Right. Yeah, you say that because you want to look cool on the podcast, yeah? Everyone goes, oh, Pulp Fiction, yeah, Fight Club, yeah, right? You're the one that was banging on about, a Human Centipede 2, I want to see it, they're banning it, why are they banning it? They're banning it because they're showing a guy, some people in his, you know, ding dong, you know, you don't need to see that. They said, right, we're going to take that bit out and put it in, I want to see it, it's detrimental to the film. No, it's not. It's just some weird person's view that they think, let's put this in because it'll freak people out. They say, freak people out, take it out, and you've gone, I want to watch it. And, you know, that's the whole part of the story. Is, you know, I want to see him doing that with sandpaper. You know, but anyway, that's another podcast, I think. Talking about your films.
Human Centipede 2 was actually very good.
Sorry?
Human Centipede 2 was actually a very good film.
Wow.
Another superb horror film.
Anyway, I think we're going off subject. We weren't talking about paranormal, vicious, superstitions and stuff like that.
I think we've pretty much digressed really on that one. I think we were going to put supernatural in, but we've almost talked for about 50 minutes already. So.
All right then. So we'll call it a day. I think how many followers we got on Twitter at the moment?
3.
Three followers, right? So that's gone up 3 since last week. So keep coming in. A shout out to Jace, our number 1 fan. So
Jace.
Yeah, you got to keep the number 1 fan happy. I mean, he's the only one going to be buying our t-shirts. I reckon we could fleece him for a lot of money, though. You know, he's into all these t-shirts and stuff. Fleece him. But yeah, so thanks again for listening. And hope you enjoyed it.
If you do want to follow us on Twitter, by the way, it's Work with an Idiot. Also for any questions for Harry, questions for Aaron, or even questions for myself, is iwwa@hotmail.co.uk. Please let us know. Please drop your emails and tweets our way. Thanks very much. Until next time.
Yeah, catch you in a bit.
Bye.